these two players. One of them going to be painted in red as he spawns as the Red Zerg down below from Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo.
His opponents, residing in the top right side, a blue Terran player. Already spilled some blood, it looks like, on the battlefield. It is Big Gabe himself, HeroMarine, representing Mousy Sports.
Now, I myself actually thought it looked like blood, but T-Dragon, one of our teammates, said it was actually ketchup.
Yeah, I watched this.
And I think,
like that as well.
I like that theory as well.
It's very soothing, isn't it? Just it's just ketchup, guys. Don't worry about it.
You know what? Dip your fries in it.
Exactly. Well, maybe not that. It is on the ground.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's been there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Would have been one hell of a truckload of ketchup, though. Which still makes me wonder if there's not a little bit of blood from the ketchup truck driver that is mixed in between.
Yeah, it might be a mix there.
Yeah, somewhere. There we go. I made it dark again, once more. He's no longer here now. We got the two lovely German fellas. Once they were on each other's team during the Nation Wars, and now up against one another.
Yeah.
What does this match mean actually for their group? Let me look that up.
Okay. Well, as you look that up, both of these guys are two of the most prominent European players today. And I think you can make a good case for either both of them to be considered like the fourth best player in EU right now, behind Clem and Zero and Raynor.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the winner's match. Whoever wins this one will be able to advance. The loser moves into the deciders match.
Oh, nice. And whoever wins will advance to not only the playoffs, but the round of 16. So can totally bypass the round of 24 there.
It's a pretty sweet deal. Pretty sweet deal. No, I would want to bypass the round of 24. That would be my ticket.
Oh, yeah.
If I could get it. But yeah. Alright, quick third CC here from HeroMarine. Pretty fancy stuff. Going before the starports even. Also known as the 1111 build. Couple of Hellions as well. Reaper trying its best to find some sort of a creep tumor or something, right? Can't quite get it. We'll return back towards the Hellions, gather up his strength. Lambo has that third base now settled pretty well. He's going to be able to have some creep there, well connected. On 4 queens already, 2 more on the way. Should be able to hold any type of light scouting pressure that is coming along here.
Oh yeah, the weakness though for Lambo right now is that he doesn't really have any vision of that south side. So, gotta make sure he has his.
I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna say he doesn't have any vision of the fusion core that is being built.
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Look at this. All the overlords are gone. He tried to run in a Zergling. It's not there. It's not there. Tough thing for him to see. Could become a nasty surprise.
Yeah, HeroMarine playing it like John Cena, saying you can't see me. You can't see what I'm doing. Just throwing a casual fusion core out of nowhere.
I like the way that he's playing this as well. Still very active with the Hellions and the Reaper. Trying to deny that creep. Makes it look like just a regular game. Like, yeah, no, I'm just trying to clear up a path for me to come into later down the line. Actually killing these queens a very big deal. As he is got himself, well, is halfway done right now, that battlecruiser is. Chugging along in the production tab.
And this is gonna hit really ugly here for Lambo. I mean, he still has no idea that this is happening. No extra queens happening, or in the production, no spore crawlers. This is he's gonna rely on this roach push, but I mean the battle cruisers. Yeah, I guess it'll depend on how fast the battle cruisers can clean this up.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of roaches. They have a lot of armor. It's gonna be a while, especially because all the other stuff he has is basically those Hellions, and the Hellions are getting absolutely stomped on. Gonna talk down the Ravagers here. This is the old way to try and beat battlecruisers, right? So I don't know if Lambo kind of knew what was going on here, but maybe he just kind of ran into this, you know, anticipating a little bit more of a resilient army to fight against, but then, you know, it's like, oh, it's battlecruiser. Oh, nice. That works out. But yeah, this is like the way you would counter this as a Zerg when battlecruiser suddenly became a thing again, right? Already quite a while ago.
And you know what? I think I've underestimated the rush distance here. This is a really short map, actually. Has allowed Lambo to get right on top of HeroMarine's bases relatively quickly. And this is going to do a significant amount of damage. Let's see here. How many? Oh, actually, no battle report.
It's got 20 SCVs left.
Oh, yeah.
20. That's the battle cruiser, though. Come on! For the pride of Minsk. Or something. Something Terran related.
Oh, second battle cruiser is attacking the dirt as well. You know what? I mean, he does have 3CC. Maybe the Orbo can produce enough meals while these battle cruisers go ham on the basis of Lambo. However, Lambo's like, you know what? Freak this. I'm just going to send my links across the map. You probably have nothing here, and yeah, he doesn't have a lot.
Yeah, he's right. It's a Cyclone there with the Marines, actually, in a pretty, fairly decent setup. Difficult to get cleared out. Not any limit. Oh. Gets the Marines back in. Yeah, great stuff there from Lambo. Really kind of solidifying that lead, and I love that he's not being greedy with the spore crawlers either. I think he had like 3 spore crawlers in that third base. Yeah, that's wonderful, right? You're... How many? More than 40 drones ahead. You can spare a couple for a couple of extra spore crawlers, right? To really make sure you're not going to die to battle cruisers here. And then you should be able to cruise through this game pretty easily.
Yeah, just got to buy enough time for those Corruptors to pop out, and Spire... about 30% done. And it looks like HeroMarine, he's not waiting. He's pulling the boys. He's like, this is it. Oh. I can't...
Where the spores go? There were 3 spores here before. Where'd they go? Oh, they're coming back now, running along. No one's expecting the attack here. Scoopy, I think, you know, Big Ape might tap out pretty soon.
Yeah, there's just so many queens here still left. I don't know, man. Can 3 battlecruiser turn the tides? I mean, that is a tall order, even for 3 battlecruisers. Yeah. And the Spire is about to pop out, so...
main base attack works out pretty good. Only 1 spore crawler there. They are getting quite low on the HP, however. Getting another extractor, kind of slowing down the air unit production here. There's a siege tank in the natural base, and those roaches being shot twice by it before they actually decide to go in. I guess he thought that the roach upgrade would complete there. Only now completing. Oh my god, Big Guy, is he doing this?
He is definitely making a case right now. I mean... all of a sudden, the worker count a lot closer than it was just a couple minutes ago, and
yeah,
he still has those 3 BCs that he can repair and just go at it once again. They do have Yamato cannon, so they can target down those corruptors. And yeah, he does survive for the time being.
It's only a 30 supply gap right now. It's manageable for the Terran with a couple of battle cruisers and siege tanks available to him. Needs to have a really good engagement though. But, well, we'll see. He can be continuously aggressive with these 3 battle cruisers out and about on the map, so he can play a defensive game from here with the rest of those units. And if ever need be, he can teleport the battle cruisers back, right? So, in that sense, I kind of like his position to try and mount a comeback from here.
Yeah, and never forget about the power of Mews. They are pretty good units.
Absolute magic those boys. Raptors on the hunt. Yamato cannon kills one of them. Or 2 of them? Maybe 2 of them. How is that worker count just growing closer and closer?
Yeah.
It's terrifying. Lambo has stopped with the drone production a little bit here in favor for the corruptors and berserklings and stuff like that, of course. 79 is a fair amount to have.
Yep, it looks like he's starting to saturate his 5th as well. So yeah, he's doing pretty healthy. Let's take a look at the income graph. It has swung in favor of HeroMarine, but as you can see, the majority of the game, it has been Lambo that has been leading on the income graph.
As now, Lambo the one getting a bit feisty with these units. Using some caustic spray on the rocks. Why not?
I love this. I mean, this opens up another avenue, right, for Lambo to get on top of HeroMarine's bases quicker. The thing I do wish to see Lambo do a bit better of is that creep spread. It seems to be a bit kind of sparse for the time being, but hey, look at here. The tanks all clumped up will suffer due to those corrosive biles, and all of a sudden, Lambo, he takes almost a 60 supply lead.
Yeah, a bit surprised that HeroMarine tried to make that push happen like that, and it's actually costing him quite dearly now. He might just lose the game because he tried to move out there and just, you know, Lambo just happened to be there with his units.
Yeah, I think it would have been better for HeroMarine to just turtle up there. But Lambo catch HeroMarine with his pants down, and yeah, he's going to go ahead and take the first game.
Yep. All right. So, you know, HeroMarine still, though, not to forget, he absolutely got stumped in the earlier parts of that game. Being knocked down to 20 workers in total. It's not a lot of workers when your opponent is up to like 60. But he still made it a fight. And that, on its own, is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, that was pretty remarkable how HeroMarine made a game out of it after being down by so much workers. And yeah, he definitely made me a believer for a second there, at least.
For sure. Gaining a lot of value with those battle cruisers.
Alrighty. We are now on the map of Inside and Out. And this guy here looking pretty darn strong at in that first game. Playing for the Shopify Rebellion. Give it up for Lambo.
His fellow countryman, the blue Terran in the bottom left side, fighting for, of course, how do I forget? I'm blanking. Mouse Esports, Mr. HeroMarine. There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to know that HeroMarine has been with Mouse Esports for like over a decade or something like that.
Yeah, I got like sometimes I get confused because there used to be like a sponsor as well for the big, right? There used to be a big, I think.
Oh, BIG, you mean?
Showtime. Yeah, Showtime wasn't big. And I'm always in my mind, I'm always like Big Gabe, and I'm like he's, you know, in my mind immediately he's on Team Big, right? It makes sense, but no, Mouse Esports.
Well, if there's any. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe there was like a multiple sponsorship as well, because sometimes these players do get like multiple sponsors, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't recall though when is the last time a player was on under 2 teams. Maybe for the World Team League, maybe, because I know that some of the World Team League teams, they do kind of hire mercenaries from other teams.
Oh yeah, I doubt that Team Big did that though, right?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Anyway, a new show on the way. These players kind of doing the standard TVZ stuff. Little SCV scout trying to find out whether or not a hatchery has been put down at the right time. The Reaper now on its way to protect that poor SCV, finding his way home. A story as old as StarCraft 2 itself.
Wow, this Reaper living up to the map's name, going inside and out of that main base. We'll get some nice scouting information. Sees nothing out of the ordinary. No fast Roach Warren or anything.
Yep. No extra drones still on that gas mining, right? Needs to get a good economy going here. Quick third base. Lots of drones. Lots of queens. Good amount of zerglings with that speed upgrade right there. Should be able to keep himself safe against most of the harassments. At least he should have the tools at his disposal. Will HeroMarine bring it to the table though in a way where, even though Lambo has the correct tools, it just doesn't quite work, right? It still happens. Widowmine, interesting. Thought we would just be seeing Hellions out of the reactor, but instead we're seeing the Widowmine with the Marines. You think he's gonna go with... we got one Widowmine? One Widowmine, yeah, okay. So one Widowmine with a couple of Marine drop. That is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Widowmine kind of splashes, and then the Marines target down whichever drones are still low HP.
Yeah, so I guess the idea is to maybe try to drop behind the mineral line, and then use the mineral patches to cover, or to decrease the amount of surface area in which the Lynx can surround the Marines. And if they do, then the Widowmines can, or the Widowmine there, can protect the Marines. And if, of course, Lambo micros his Lynx back, HeroMarine himself can unburrow that Widowmine and then burrow it once again.
Yeah, I think... Okay, well that's the medevac actually. I wasn't quite sure... Oh, okay, well he does have a lot of Zerglings in his main base. So yeah, he must have seen the medevac there with the Zergling. It was in vision range, after all. Not much happening there so far.
Yeah, so far Lambo doing a great job deflecting this. Hasn't really done any damage pretty much. Maybe got a creep tumor or something like that, but for the most part, I mean, remember Lambo, he cut the gas mining for a period of time, so you know all that minerals he's been pumping it into drones and lings. And if you can kind of get away in the early game with just lings, then you're pretty set up into the mid game decently well. And then after that, you just gotta, of course, start mining the gas and then deciding what you want to invest those gas into, whether it's Mutalist or Hydrolist or wherever it may be.
Yeah, and HeroMarine still making a little bit of headway with a few batch of units that he does have. Doesn't have an armory, so kind of looks like a, you know, they were going to turn into Hellbats at any seconds, but Not that type of push. Once more, and Lambo right after he kind of had that initial engagement with the one medevac and the queens, remember, in the towards the third base. Right afterwards, he was like, "All right, nice, lovely," making 11 drones on the production tab.
Oh my goodness.
Feeling very secure, obviously, and yeah, right now because of that, he's at 72 workers. His economy quite nicely growing exponentially there.
Yeah, that
become a rough patch for HeroMarine.
Yeah, as you can see, the income graph just spiking up for our Red Zerg. But HeroMarine, he's still trying to find some damage, but Lambo just kind of pretty much on top of everything. Again, he's still working off of Lings. I don't see any tech buildings besides these upgrades, evolution chambers, but I don't see any Spire, I don't see any Hydrosden, I don't see a Roach Warren, I don't see a Baneling Nest. He's just making Lings happen.
Yeah, the absence of the Baneling Nest is really what's getting me mostly here. Oh my dear lord. Just read Maru versus Hero is off stream apparently. That is a waste.
Oh wow.
My goodness. Oh, anyway, we still got Lambo versus HeroMarine. This is a fantastic game as well. Maybe even better in a sense, right? I could see both of those games potentially just making best of the tournament series. There's the Baneling Nest right now. Quite late as the +2/+2 is starting up as well. More Zerglings now, massive counter-attack going, attempting to go into the natural base, but a lot of Hellions still available for HeroMarine. And now he starts pushing in here. I think he may have been a little bit too slow with the Banelings. Might be a little bit too much right now.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to cost him that left side base there. Now he's going to be down to 4 bases, and that 4th CC for HeroMarine is on the way, so you might want to go ahead and start expanding towards the right side. But Lambo going to go ahead and try to find a counterattack, but oh, don't want to go into that choke area with all those Hellbats.
Nope, not until you have Banelings at least. There's a Widowmine placed right behind that little choke points as well. Could make things even less tempting for Lambo to start pushing there. HeroMarine still being an everlasting threat in that top left side also. It's quite remarkable. Oh, he's just sticking around in this area, right? Keeps coming in, keeps being pushed out, and he's just like, well, let me just drop again, and there we go. We'll continue. Healed up. Stim in once more.
Yeah, and you know what? The past minute or two, the attention has been mainly onto the left side, as you mentioned. This is going to open up the right side for HeroMarine. As you can see, no units here for Lambo on the right side. He's probably going to have this hatchery get cancelled. And, you know, all his units are kind of chilling around the center. It looks like he's going to finally come to the right side as he does spot the drop here. Again, the hatchery gets cancelled.
Yeah, handled fairly well. There's no Mutalistic or Hydros again, right? Like you were mentioning before. So now we're seeing HeroMarine more jumping on the opportunity with the Medefacts. It's open skies in a sense, right? So open season for these Medefacts to take Marines wherever they desire. Definitely something that perhaps could have been more abused.
Man, I'm still just astounded that he's just making Lings and Banelings, and that's all. 17 more Banelings on the production, 32 Lings, and yeah, he's just sticking with this.
8 Widowmines as well, though, in the mix right here. Did he just unbro that Widowmine? That's great. Alright, moving on forwards. More Widowmines trying to get into position, but there's just so many Banelings with the Zerglings combined. This base here, trying to become a planetary fortress, but it might not be meant to be. Not for long, anyway.
Yep. There goes that planetary.
managed to kind of circumnavigate the Widowmine shots here. Still has a couple of banelings ready to blow up on whatever might be necessary. He's already dealt a fair bit of damage. I'm not quite certain if he's going to be able to finish off HeroMarine right here, but oh, that was a big Widowmine hit. But he dealt a lot of damage. That is undeniable. Only on 68 workers himself, though. He's kind of tied up the worker count overall.
Yeah,
strangely enough.
I was going to say that as well. It's like, wait a minute, what? This is a lot closer in terms of the worker count than I was imagining. Especially killing all those workers at the 6 o'clock base, as well as the planetary. It's like, the worker count should be a lot bigger in terms of the gap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's truly a statement to HeroMarine's macro as well, right? Just being able to keep that production going during all of this and staying on top of those numbers right here. Attempting further drops. Again, love the attempts here with these drops as once more, no Mutalisk, no Hydralisk, nothing really to combat these Medivacs. They can just go wherever. Another attack on the left flank, getting a lot of those group spreading queens. Widowmines securing the location now, really has to send a lot of units here to try and commit into this. It does manage to do it fairly well. But man, those Medivacs are worth their weight in gold at this moment.
Yeah, and HeroMarine has no worries in the world. He doesn't see any Mutalisks or Corruptors or any anti-air of that nature. And he's just abusing Lambo and punishing him for going for this interesting army composition. Normally, when a Zerg plays like this, they would get a quick hive into maybe a fast Ultralist. But as you can see, we're in the 13-minute mark, and Ultralist then still not on the way. And HeroMarine's going to go ahead and clean up this right side. We'll possibly take out this hatchery.
I'm wondering as well about the lower drone count that he went up to, right? Maybe he's under the impression that you should be able to kill off the Terran at that point in the game. It didn't quite happen, and I feel like because his drone count was still below the 70, it's become such a struggle from this point onwards. He does have a lot of bases, sure, but just doesn't feel like he quite has what he needs to really replenish his sources anymore. As HeroMarine is just, gaining the upper hand with every engagement.
Yeah, kind of an interesting game there, I gotta say. I mean,
it was.
Yeah, he was ahead. You know, Lambo was ahead by 20 workers when he was making a huge batch of drones. So it's like all of a sudden the worker count so much closer than I was anticipating. But here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, it really felt like the end times for the Terran in one point there. And it just wasn't. Minimizing his losses on the SCVs. Very, very well done. You know, it's so easy in those moments where you see the Banelings running up the natural ramp, running into the third base as a player to just be like, well, I guess that's it. And then just kind of give up. But, HeroMarine showing like if you don't give up, you keep microing all those units, you try to get them all to a safe space, set them all up again, you might be able to get your way back into that game and just kind of live through.
Yeah, and so now it has resulted in a 1-1 series as we head into Moondance for our last game of the series. Let's see who will take it. Will it be this guy here at the top left side? I'm sure he's got his own style of moon dancing. One day we hope to see it happen, but for the time being, he is from Shopify Rebellion, Lambo.
Bottom right side, a man in the blue, a Terran player indeed. He is fighting for Mouse Esports, HeroMarine. It's a hot summer day again in the Netherlands here. How about over there? Snoopy in New York.
Yeah, it's kind of in the midst of summer, so yeah, things are hot, but thank God for air conditioners.
Yep, yep, yep. That's what I thought you would say.
Oh yeah. I know
Bet they
I'm
have
one of
air
the fortunate
conditioning
ones,
at the
so.
event too.
Sorry, come again?
I bet they have air conditioning at the event as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, with that many PCs, I think
Yeah.
it will be
Yep.
certainly a crime to not have any air conditioners.
Could result in the murder.
Wait, have you ever been to a LAN event? Like
I've been a long time ago in the, what was it called? Epicom. It was a Dutch Belgium kind of LAN event. There weren't a lot of international players there.
I see.
Yep, but it was still really cool.
Have any plans to go for another one in the future, or you're pretty good at home?
I would like to. Seems like a very fun thing to do. I've never casted at an offline event either, which might be fun at some point. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, gotta have the money for the travel and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It can be a bit expensive if you don't know anyone that can set you up with a place or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't want to, you know, sleep in a sleeping bag somewhere in the hallways of Tech TV bar. It's, yeah. But we'll see, we'll see. Third base for HeroMarine once again coming along. Nice and early. Really sticking true to his colors. Creep Tumors well protected right here by that queen. Good zoning going on. Not gonna lose the Zergling either.
Just barely got the, or almost got it.
If he had the mine, if he used the mine on the Creep Tumor as well, he may have gotten it. But then the queen wouldn't have been bounced away, right? And then it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's a whole different ball game once again. The numbers will change.
All right, Overlord makes its way into the main base. We'll see the switch off between the barracks and factory, as well as the third CC there. So looks like he's you can see in the production tab immediately goes into droning, knowing that there's not going to be a lot of danger coming his way. There's not a lot of things that he should fear. Just got to keep tabs on those Hellions, make sure they don't just scoot on by undetected. But as you can see, the Overlord spread it out pretty nicely to kind of know where the movements of HeroMarines are with those Hellions and Reaper.
Yep. Allows for defenses like this. Bam! Instantly killing that Reaper. Very good job. Needs to spot those Hellions coming in, already walking his queens into that direction. Loses a couple of creep tumors. That's alright. He's got pretty good creep spread, you know? It's okay.
Yeah, looks like he has 8 queens out in the field, so plenty of energy there to get those creep tumor replaced.
He's going to be able to set up a little bit of a second ring around that third base, so any type of timing attacks from HeroMarine here are going to encounter quite a bit of creep to clear up and wait for. That fourth base, though, that is a bit exposed. I thought it would take the fourth base more so on the left side, because there is already quite a bit of creep in that area. But no, decides to go for the further, well, the 12th of
Yeah, a little bit of a peculiar decision.
It's pretty close here, I guess, also with the creep. Is this enough? No. Counter-attack from Lambo onto the third. Well, that's something. That is something.
Let's see there.
That's
That's a lot. Yeah.
10 SCVs worth of something.
That's some juicy damage for sure. It's not easy to get that much SCV kills with slow banelings against someone like HeroMarine, who is usually on top of his reaction time.
Yep. Yep, probably busy trying to micro the Marines with the Medivacs here. It's gotta be a tough one. But to be fair, his SCV count's still miraculously quite healthy.
Yeah, once again, going back to that incredible macro of HeroMarine.
Yep. It really is one of the best.
Oh.
Ah, he's ready for it. This time around, he's ready for it. We're going to be able to just A-move those banelings in. I guess he didn't fully A-move the last time. He kind of waddle in and then just attack in the middle.
Yeah. He was like, fool me once, shame on me. Or shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But not going to happen this time around. And once again, HeroMarine getting on top of those creep tumors. Doing a good job on the right side, relatively. Not so much on to the left side. I would love to see HeroMarine just like load up on Medivac right now and just head straight to that left side and start killing off of those creep tumors. And ooh, will this spore? Oh, just barely.
Oh. He knew that was safe. That German man always knows. Still, again, nothing here to really combat those Medivacs other than the Spore Crawlers and the Queens. He's got the Zerglings and Banelings, of course, usually around the position where they would be coming in. Trying to attempt a drop. The Queens, once again, being pulled forwards. Losing only one of them, but, you know, gets one of the full Medivacs there. Most supplies starting to skyrocket though. About to be maxed up on supply with a lot of banelings, and well, look at that spread on the minimap right now. Look at everything that is about to run in here.
Oh yeah.
My.
Oh wow.
Widow mines, a pretty good widow mine there on the top side, but there's still so much remaining. And unlike the last time around, if he doesn't straight up kill his opponent here, he's got 86 workers behind this. He is not in the same position that he was last game. Once again, rolling in with those banelings, trying to avoid the widow mine there, sending in a couple of zerglings. How did those? Where did they come from? Sending off 2 of those widow mines. That is pretty strong. This widow mine in the middle though, that could be massive. Oh. All right. Is there comeback potential now? Is there comeback potential now? What do you think, Snoopy?
Well, I mean, compared to the last game, which was also very Bingling heavy from Lambo, the difference is he's got his transition on the way. Compared to in the last game, he had very late tech going for him. So he was kind of stuck on that Bingling tech for quite a long time. But it seems like he is going to start, yeah, he's making more Hydralisks. He's getting that Lurkerton as well, getting the upgrades to go along with it, and I think Lambo is going to be in a much better position. I mean, you can see it reflected in the overall supply there, and it's just going to be an uphill climb here for our Blue Terran.
Yeah, I'm fully in agreement with that. With the mine drops, getting some damage here, but 9 workers in the grand scheme of things at this stage, not quite enough to pull him back into the running. Well, to be on equal footing at least. Still quite a gap there in the supply. Now, army supply-wise, 80 supply versus 100. You can win that, right? You can still win that. With the lurkers involved, it might become a lot more difficult to do. But there won't be lurkers involved in this attack right here, because he's maxed out on supply and he doesn't have any.
You know what? Maybe it was like 5 sick Bingling hits, or not Bingling, Widowmine hits. Then possibly he's gonna have to kite. But look at this, pre-spreading already for HeroMarine. This is a really great spread.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, but this is... Oh my god, there's so many links. A lot of them got killed off. More links coming in from the other flank right now, but that's still with the mines loaded up, ready to go. Ooh, those SCVs are almost in a lot of trouble. The other SCVs, though, they are in a lot of trouble. Once again, quite a big attack here. More Zerglings spilling in through into the third base. Trying to get in whatever little crevice the Terran might not be as prepared for these Zerglings. HeroMarine trying to stay calm and collected. Trying to minimize all those losses, but once again, you know, 17 SCVs go down. +3/+3 is still on the way for him. Because it is Moon Dance, he is on this 4 base. It feels like he's on 3 base, but he is on 4. And oh my. Oh my.
Well, if you're a Terran player, you might want to cover your eyes for this latter part of the game, as it's going to be quite a painful and slow death here for HeroMarine. I mean, he is doing his damnedest to try to hold on, but I mean, look at the guy. He's got all the way down to 53 workers versus the 91 of Lambo. I mean, yeah, lurkers are on the way as well. I don't think he even needs the lurkers. I think Lambo can just finish it here.
Yeah, he fairly well could just keep doing this. He gets the command center again. There's the lurkers now initiating the GG from Hero.